Hey everyone, today's video we are going to create this exciting Saas explainer video which is totally detailed tutorial and easy to make.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or sharing effortlessly with your team, Craft makes it simple. You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects. Craft, your plan deserves a better space.
So before we start, all the resources I used in this video are available on my Discord server. Let's jump in. Alright guys, so before we start, let's take a look here. As you can see a storyboard on your screen. That's basically all the ideation I did before starting this video. So this will basically help me to plan a video properly. Like as you can see, I have added my script here. I have added so many screenshots here, and that's the reason I get so many ideas. And if you are a beginner, you can use this method and definitely this will help you so much. Apart from this is all we are going to work on. And this is not the complete ideation. We will add many more things later as well. And I have one more thing to show you guys. As you can see right now, this is my Pinterest profile, and here I have saved a lot of design inspiration because usually I use Pinterest for design inspiration. So if you are looking for good design ideas, I have attached my Pinterest profile in the description box below. So go and check it out. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So you might don't know, but this is your preview panel where you can see your upcoming animations. So this is the first animation that we are going to make. And as you can see, this animation is all about text animations, where you can learn how you can animate your text, how you can design your text properly, and so on. Alright, so that's enough for the brief. Let's start the animation. So firstly we are going to add a background. So for this I'm gonna add a solid color, and it should be a white color, okay? After this, select your background layer and add a effect called 4 color gradient. This one. Alright, so I'm going to change this pink color to this color. You can copy the hex code. Now replace all the remaining color with the white color. And the background will look like this. Okay, so our background looks good, but we need little darker color, so I'm gonna make it more darker and it will look like this, okay? Alright, so our background is ready, so let's start the animation process. And firstly I'm gonna copy this first text, then make a text layer. I have already made it, so I'm gonna change its color into black color, and the font I'm using, that is basically Europa. Then we need to add a text effect, that is basically this, and I'm gonna apply this on my text layer, and it will look like this.
Say no to cluttered docs. Say no to cluttered docs.
After this, open your text layer and go to this animation 1 option. Then click on this add button and go to property section and add a blur effect, and simply increase it little bit. So it will add a blur effect on your text, which looks good. And don't need to confuse because you don't need to add keyframes. It's just an editing mistake, so forget it.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft. Say no to cluttered docs. Say no.
Alright, so everything looks good. Now we need to adjust these keyframes, so let me minimize this. Now select all keyframes and make them easy ease.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is. Say no to cluttered docs. Craft.
Now I'm going to create a null layer, then select these 2 layers and parent them to the null layer. Then I'm going to add a scale keyframe.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your. Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your. Say no to cluttered docs.
Alright, so move this little forward. And then increase the size like this.
Say no to cluttered
and it
docs.
will zoom out like this. Now add position keyframe. Then add 2 keyframes exactly same like the scale. Let me increase the scale value. Okay, like this. Then adjust position keyframe like this, okay? Okay, so I forgot it. Simply remove these keyframes, because we don't need to add any animation right now, and we just need this frame. So I have added new keyframes and it will look like this. The proper animation will look like this. Then add another null layer so we can animate this sequence, and simply parent link first null to second null. Now again add position and scale keyframe, but exactly at this place. Then simply zoom out your scale keyframe and adjust your animation at the center like this. And make sure it's properly centered. You can use this tool to check if it's centered or not. Then simply select all your keyframes, and you can use this flow plugin for smoother animation. Let's see how it will look.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in. Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is. Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is.
Alright, everything looks good. Now we need folder PNGs that we're gonna use in our animation. We need this one. And they have so many folders with different icons, so that's basically good part. So I'm going to download few of them. Alright, so that's all. I'm going to drag all the folders inside my After Effects. Alright, so I'm going to add a tint effect. After this, change second color to this color. Let me select the color picker and select this color. It's kind of little purple or little bit of pinkish tone. Then also change first color to white color. Okay, so this looks good, but it's too light. So I'm going to change second color into little bit darker color. Like this. Alright, so that's the perfect tone that we are looking for. Now simply rotate it a little bit and adjust it right here. Like this. Now add more folders. Now I'm going to add this one. Then simply copy the tint effect from the first layer and paste it into second layer. Okay, so I'm gonna speed up the recording. Everything is same, just simply drag more folders and adjust them into different places. And don't forget to add tint effect. And also, yeah, making it more realistic, add fastbox blur in every folder. And keep its intensity to 10 to 15% something. So I have added 3 folders, so simply select them all and parent them to the null layer. Like this. Okay, so let's edit this book folder and simply add position and rotation keyframe. And try to make an animation like this. Then make a subtle rotation and keep its intensity very low. Like this one is too fast, but you need to add a very slow rotation. I'll fix them later, but you need to add very slow rotation as I said. After adjusting a bit, simply select all the keyframes and apply flow plugin. It's still too fast, so let me increase the rotation distance like this. Now add rotation keyframe to the cloud folder. And I'm gonna add the same subtle slow rotation. Which looks like this one is too much. So I'm going to add slightly more distance between these keyframes. And apply same thing with the other folders. Simply add very subtle and very low rotation. Let me adjust the second one. And it will look like this. Like keep it very slow, like it's barely move. So basically we just want to show it's not a rough PNG, it has little slightly animation, which looks good overall. So simply adjust all the speed and rotation keyframes according to your need. Okay, so let's see how it's going to look. Alright, so it's look good overall, but the first folder, that is basically this full book folder, has position animation which not look good. So I'm gonna remove that position keyframe, and instead of this we can add a fade in effect by using opacity keyframes like this. So now it won't appear at the starting point. And let me adjust its rotation keyframe also. Let me increase the gap between these keyframes like this. Then simply select these keyframes and convert them into easy ease. And I'm gonna add a fastbox blur to the folder layer and simply keep its radius to 7 something, 10 to 15, it's all up to you. So keep it very low because we just need slightly blurry effect, and also copy the effect and apply it to other animation as well. Okay, so like this. Next we are going to select our text layer and simply select only this cluttered dog text. So basically we are going to change its color. Simply select color picker and select the folder color and simply make it more darker, and exactly we need this color. You can copy the hex code if you want, and now it's look like this. Now we are going to add a kind of glow effect, you can say a drop shadow effect. So simply duplicate your text layer and go back to the main one and add a fast box blur. Simply increase its radius and then remove the black part like this and keeps only purple part. Okay, and simply place it right here like this and keep its opacity very low, something around 30 to 35 something. Next we will add fade in effect at the beginning like this. So let me add the opacity keyframe. Alright, so this frame is done. Now move the second text animation. Now I'm gonna add a null layer and simply merge your null 2 layer to null 4 layer. Then add a position and scale keyframe and move your timeline little bit forward and add another keyframes and zoom in like this. Then select all keyframes and apply flow plugin. Then simply move your time indicator exactly this part at the middle of keyframe. Right here. Then select all the remaining layers except background and trim it out like this. Now I'm gonna add a craft logo which I remove later in this tutorial, but don't mind, I've just added right now. Okay, so beside this select your background layer and add a keyframe to color 3.
Craft is your
Exactly at this point, and I'm gonna add another keyframe right here. Okay, so as you can see there is 4 type of anchor point on your screen which represent each and every color. So I'm going to move this third anchor point little bit closer like this, and I'm gonna add keyframe to color 2. Like this, and I'm gonna change this color to little bit pink color like this and keep its contrast slightly to the white side. And simply move first and fourth anchor point more closer to the screen like this, and also second anchor point as well.
Say no to cluttered docs. Say no to cluttered docs.
Now simply select your text layer and simply duplicate it and simply move it to the top and increase its length like this much, and then simply adjust it little bit. Now double click on your text layer and change its text to craft is your text like this. Now select your text layer and add an effect called blinking cursor, this one, and it will add a typing effect and customize cursor like this.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft.
Okay, so we need to adjust its keyframe. Let me select its keyframe and I'm gonna place it right here.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in.
Now duplicate the text layer and move it right here. Then I'm gonna change the text to all-in-one workspace for ideas. Move its slider keyframe little bit forward. Now move your timeline little bit exactly at this position, and I'm gonna add keyframe to the null layer like this, and simply move your timeline little bit forward and add another keyframe. Then simply zoom your scale value like this much.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace.
And after few frames forward, make a slider animation like this by using position keyframe. I think we should need to use normal keyframe, so simply select your keyframes, press Ctrl button and click on your keyframe, and it will convert your keyframe into normal one.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Whether it's
Now I'm gonna change its color into a purple color. Okay, so it's kind of like this, and you can also copy the hex code as well.
Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Craft is your all-in-one workspace.
And I think we should change its style. So I'm gonna select this craft is your text and I'm going to change it to extended one. I think we should add gradient in our text layer. So I'm gonna select the text layer and search gradient ramp effect. Now change this white color to pink color like this. And let me adjust the black one like this and change it to white color. And it will add two kind of gradient like this. So simply adjust their position exactly same that I am doing right now. And let me adjust its color little bit like this. And you can copy the hex code as well, okay? Let me adjust their anchor point as well like this much. And the overall gradient will look like this. So let's see how it will
Say
look.
no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one.
Now here I am going to add same gradient effect. But we are not going to add any color here because we are going to use this same black and white color, which looks like this. And here is the closer look. It's not like fully black, it has a little bit kind of grayish tone, which basically make it more premium. Next I'm gonna add a brain PNG after ideas word. Let me adjust it properly, simply increase its size and adjust it right here, exactly at this position. Then simply select your text and add few more spaces like this, so we can easily able to adjust our brain PNG here. Now I'm gonna parent this to the text layer like this. Then simply trim out the extra part and adjust it after ideas word. Something like this. Let's see how it will look. Okay, so add scale keyframe and move this little bit forward, then add another one and keep its value to 0. Then select all the keyframes and go to the expression panel and add bounce expression, which you can find inside the resource pack, or you can use bouncer plugin that you can also found in my Discord server.
No to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas.
Alright, so select your brain PNG and right click on your layer and go to the layer style option and select inner glow. Then expand your inner glow and increase its glow value like this much. After this, change its color to a little bit pink color, but it's gonna be too white like this. Alright, so this animation has been done and let me show you the upcoming animation that we are going to make. So as you can see, this is the animation that we are going to make, and in this animation we will create two tabs. One is represent quick notes and the second one will represent building documents. So we are going to play with lot of text, folders and all those shapes and all, and we will create everything from scratch. So I think that's enough for the brief. Let's move into the animation. So simply we will select this rectangle shape tool and simply create a shape like this. And simply go to the rectangle option and increase its roundness until it's look like this. Now duplicate it and go back to the main one. So firstly I'm gonna rename it and it's gonna be back layer. And I'm gonna change the first one to white main layer. Now select the back layer and increase its scale value like this, and also keep its opacity something around 50 kind of, and also parent the back layer to white main layer. Now select the white main layer and you can adjust it accordingly. So simply adjust it at the center by using scale value like this. Lastly, I'm gonna select both layer and simply we will convert them into a pre-compose like this. Then I'm gonna adjust the layer right here like this. Okay. Alright, so next I'm gonna add a drop shadow in our pre-compose layer. So let me add the drop shadow and simply increase its softness like something around this much, and decrease its opacity like 20% something. Now go inside the pre-comp layer and select the back layer and duplicate it and go back to the main one. Now disable the fill option so it won't add any fill color, and keep its stroke to 2% and simply increase its opacity to 100%. So it will add a kind of stroke in our shape layer, and I'm gonna rename it stroke 2. As you can see, it will look like this. Then I'm gonna adjust it right here, and I'm also gonna rename it to animation. Animation. Okay. Then also I'm gonna change its label color so we can easily find it. Now make another null layer and parent the null 4 layer to null 6 layer. After this you can add position and scale keyframe, and also parent the animation precomp to null 6 layer so we can easily animate them. Now after this you can easily use your null layer to make an animation like this. After this, select all keyframes and apply flow present. Now select this text layer and also select the brain PNG and add opacity keyframe and make a fade out effect. Like this. Let me adjust the keyframe. Alright, so go back to the precomp layer and select the square shape layer and make a rectangle shape like this, okay? Then enable the rectangle option, then rectangle part option and increase its roundness something around like this. Then adjust the anchor point and align it properly at the center. Now select that shape layer. Then click on this fill option and change its color to gray color. Like this. Then we need to unlink this link option for shape morphing. I'm talking about this one. After this we can easily able to customize height and width separately. So simply adjust its height like this. Then right click on your layer and go to the layer style option, then select inner glow. Then open inner glow option and go to this size option and increase its value. Like this. And change its blending mode to normal and keep its color to white color. Like this. So it's not that much visible, so I'm gonna change the background color to little bit gray color. Like this. Now it's much better. Now I'm gonna add a drop shadow effect and simply increase its softness like this much and also decrease its opacity as well, something like 33%. Okay, now select your shape layer and I'm gonna change its label color so we can easily find this one. Then I'm gonna rename it and we can call this bar layer. And let me tell you how we will make this animation. So it will look like this, and basically we are going to make the same design like this. We will make same ask AI button and all this font color and everything. So for making this animation, I'm gonna select the rectangle tool and simply create a rectangle kind of shape like this. Let me adjust it properly and let me remove the stroke. Then go to the rectangle part 1 option and simply increase its roundness like this much. Then I'm gonna select the layer and simply go to the fill option and then select this linear gradient option and let me adjust its anchor point like this. Then I'm gonna select its color and first color should be like this pink color. You can copy the hex code as well, and second color should be white color but with little bit pinkish tone like this. Then press OK and it will look like this. Then right click on your layer and go to the layer style option, then select inner glow. Here is your inner glow, simply increase its size value like this much and then change its color to white color. And now it's done. It will look like this. So before we edit more, I wanted to show you something. So we are going to make exactly same like this. The font, it has like the size, color and all. And then we are going to add this ask AI text also. So that's basically my plan is. So let's move to the editing part. So simply I'm going to parent this shape layer to the bar shape layer, and I'm also gonna track mate this one. Let me adjust this properly like here. Then I'm gonna add the text that is basically ASAP Pro display, and I'm also gonna use same font for this one. Now simply decrease the scale value and adjust it right here. Now it's done. Now duplicate the pink shape layer and move this behind the text layer like exactly right here. Then go inside the shape layer. Then go to the content option, rectangle 1 option and rectangle part, and simply unlink this link option. Then make a small square shape like this and go to the fill option and select the solid color and keep its white color like this. Then go to its inner glow option and change its color to a little bit dark color like this. And also select the shape layer, then change its blending mode to normal, which looks like this. And also adjust its opacity, like change it to 50% something, or maybe less than 50%. Okay, so then duplicate your text layer and move this right here inside the box, and I'm gonna type the 14 pixels and simply adjust it like this. Then I'm going to select the ellipse tool and create a circle shape like this and place it at the center. Then I'm gonna change its color to, I think, a little bit blue color or something. Okay, light blue color like this. Then select it and go to the stroke option and keep its value 2 pixels like this, and keep its opacity very low like this. Okay, so it will look like this. Let's try to change its color. So I'm gonna use the linear gradient, and I think this one is quite good. It will look similar to first one. I think it's better one. Okay, we will change it later if it's not look good. For now, let's move forward. Then select pen tool and create a straight line like this. And let me adjust this one. Okay, so it's done and it will look like this. Okay, keep its opacity very low and use gray color something. Now duplicate this shape layer and place it right here like this. Then expand the shape layer, go to rectangle one and go to the rectangle path one, and then adjust its size and make it like a properly square shape like this. Now duplicate this 14 pixel text and place it at the middle of the box, like exactly right here, and change its text to B, which represent bold. Now select this shape layer and make its color fully white like this, and go to the layer style option and go to the inner glow option and simply change its color to dark gray like this. So it will add a kind of border in our shape layer. Alright, so duplicate this square shape layer like this and then move it right here, and then select your shape layer and go to the content option, rectangle one option, and also rectangle part option, and simply adjust its size and make a kind of rectangle shape like this. Let me increase its size like this, and let me adjust it little bit more, and I'm gonna place it here. Next, let me change its color to little bit darker color like this. Something like this. This one is good. And then I'm going to remove the inner glow. And let me adjust its color little bit more. Okay, now it's perfect. Then simply again duplicate this square shape layer and move this right here, like inside the rectangle box, and simply adjust the scale size and adjust it right here, exactly this left side corner, and it will look like this. And also remove its inner glow like this and add a drop shadow effect, and simply I'm gonna increase its softness something around 18% or something kind of, and also decrease its opacity like this, so it will feels like kind of 3D. Then select pen tool and make a straight line like this, and simply duplicate it and place the duplicate one right here, Now I'm gonna duplicate this again and place it in the middle of the both lines like this. Now it's perfect. Let's select the pen tool and decrease its length like this. Alright, so select all of them. Now change its color to dark gray so it can visible more. Okay, so like this. And let me select this one again, and I'm gonna change its opacity to, like, I'm gonna increase its opacity to 40%, and now it will look like this. Now select them again and duplicate it and move this exactly right here like this. Perfect. So we need to change the middle line direction, so I'm gonna select the middle line and simply keep its center like this. Perfect. So basically we are aiming to make these icon exactly like this. Alright, so just last one remains, so select all these three lines. Let me select them, and this one, simply duplicate it and move them exactly right here, and also align all of them perfectly. Let me align them perfectly. Now it's perfect. Okay, so now select the middle line, this one, and keep this to the right side. Let me adjust it. So now select all of them and simply I'm gonna change its color to fully black color, like this fill one. Okay, so we need to change the stroke color. So, and also I'm gonna increase its opacity to something around 70% like this. Now it's perfect and fully visible. Next, simply copy this text and I'm gonna add the second text right here, and I'm gonna change it to ask AI. Then I'm going to adjust this right here and change its color to white color like this. Alright, it's done. Now we need a AI PNG. So for PNG I'm going to search over internet, and this is the perfect logo. I'm gonna download this one, and alright, it's done. Let me open the folder and simply drag and drop this inside your After Effects. And now I'm gonna adjust this one right here and simply add a effect called invert, which change its color into a white color like this. As you guys know, I have already changed its color into a gradient color, but it's automatically changed their color. I don't know how, so I'm gonna change its color again. And also I'm gonna change its stroke color to gray color like this. So next I'm going to do is simply go back to the main layer and I'm gonna add a bounce effect like this. So I have added both keyframes. Now simply add that bounce expression inside the expression bar like this. Then it will look like this. As you can see guys, I have already applied a text layer which has a text effect called typing effect, and you could find these kind of typing effect anywhere. And I'll also provide you this typing effect. The problem is I forgot to record this part and I'm really sorry about this. So you just need to add a text which looks like a paragraph and then add any kind of typing effect preset on your text layer. And that's how you can make this text effect. Alright, so firstly I'm going to parent this text layer to animation layer like this. After this I'm gonna duplicate this text layer. Let me select this one and duplicate it and simply move this right here. And let me adjust its scale value and let me remove its text. So I'm gonna add a text that is basically quick notes. So simply resize this and adjust it like this right here, and then slightly move this behind the tab like this. Alright, so after this I'm gonna add a gradient ramp effect in our text layer like this. Then I'm gonna change the first color into a pink color and then second color should be a white color like this. Then I'm going to adjust its position properly and try to create a same gradient like this that I am doing right now. Now adjust its position and align them properly like this. And now it's done. Let's see how it's gonna look.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas, whether it's capturing quick.
Alright guys, so first of all select the pen tool and create a straight line in a specific sentence. Like I'm gonna choose this one and simply create a straight line like this and simply adjust it properly. Then go to this stroke option and select the linear gradient, and as you can see I have already selected this one. Alright, so I'm gonna adjust these anchor point properly and simply try to create gradient like this. Alright, so after this right click on your layer and go to the blending mode and select multiply, and it will blend like this. Now simply parent this shape layer to the animation layer, so now you can easily animate this one. Now we need to add a trim part effect, so select your shape layer and open it and click on this add button and select trim part. Now add a keyframe to end option, then move this little bit backward and then simply add another keyframe and keep its value to 0%. Wait, move the first keyframe right here. Now select both keyframe and move right here like this. So it will animate like this.
For ideas, whether it's capturing quick notes, building docs for ideas, whether it's capturing quick notes.
Alright, so exactly at this position we are going to add few keyframes in our null layer. So simply select the null layer and I'm gonna add position and scale keyframes. Then few frames forward, simply increase the scale value like this much. Now simply select both keyframes like this and apply flow plugin and adjust it properly. Let me adjust the frame size and its position too. I'm going to add a little bit more zoom so we can get a faster zoom. Now position your time marker exactly middle of the keyframe like this. Then select all the layers and simply trim it out like this.
Building, capturing quick notes, building docs.
I think it's too fast, so let me select all the layers. Now I'm gonna increase their length little bit like this. Now select the animation layer and simply increase its length and then trim it out like this. Let me increase it more like this. Now I'm gonna remove its keyframe and simply adjust its size like this. Let me decrease it. Now decrease its X rotation value and tilt it like this and try to adjust its position like same exactly that I am doing right now. Alright, so select this animation 2 layer and remove its parent and link. Now select the null 6 layer and move their position keyframe like this much. Then let me play it again. Okay. Trim out this extra part of animation 2 layer. Then select all the above layers like this and simply trim it out exactly at this position. Alright, so now everything will look like this. Now move your time indicator exactly here. Simply go inside the animation 2 layer and trim out everything like this. Now let's see the overall editing.
Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas, whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents.
Alright, so simply select this quick note text and simply duplicate it and move this right here. And simply I'm gonna adjust it little bit. And I'm going to remove the unused part like this. And let me adjust this one. Now it's perfect. Let me resize this tab also. Now select the animation layer and simply select all these layers and simply increase their length like this. Now I'm going to edit the text. Simply I have pasted my text and simply adjust it at the center by using position and scale key like this. And let me increase their length also. And let me move its opacity keyframe because we don't need this right now. Lastly, I'm gonna capitalize the first word like this. Now it's done.
Quick notes, building documents, or building documents, or
then adjust its X rotation and tilt it like this. Next we will select the text layer and parent it to the animation 2 layer. Now go inside the animation layer and select all these layers like this and trim out everything. Alright, so basically we are going to make a folder animation, and also we are going to use the same UI like this. So folder is not exactly same like this one, it's just an example. Wait, let me show you. So this is basically the real folder that we are going to use, and few days back I have made it this folder for my reel, and right now the topic is exactly same. So I thought like why not we use this folder instead of creating another one. It's also save our time. And don't worry guys, I'll give you this folder animation for free, and you can find this folder animation in my assets pack that you can find in my Discord server. Okay, so let's move forward to the editing part. Alright guys, so select the rectangle tool and create a rectangle shape like this, and open rectangle one, go to the rectangle part option and increase its roundness like this. Now I'm gonna change its color to little bit white color like this. Then adjust the folder here and the frame will look like this. Wait, let me show you. Then select the folder layer and go to the reveal option, then select reveal layer source in project and duplicate it and move this inside the timeline like this. And let me adjust it properly exactly here and keep its size same like the first one. So let me check the first one value. Okay, so it's 81, so I'm also gonna change it to 81%. So let me adjust it properly like this. Alright, so let me adjust the rectangle shape and let me remove the extra part and simply adjust it like this. Alright, so let's rename everything quickly so we can find them easily. So for this folder I'm gonna rename it to folder 2, and for this folder I'm gonna rename it folder 1. And let's rename the shape layer. I'm gonna rename it to workout script. Okay, perfect. And let's make this precom so we can add every text and all inside this. So simply remove the extra part and simply adjust the timeline. Alright, so it's time to change the folder text. So I'm going to change this text with the word of personal, and also change its content idea to 15 like this, so it won't look similar to the second one, and keep the second one as it is. Alright, so it's time to add text in our shape layer. So first word I'm going to add, that is basically gym workout, and simply adjust it at the center like this. Let me decrease its scale and simply capitalize all the first word. Listen guys, I'm gonna speed up this part because I know you can add text by your own. So it's just basically increasing the duration of the video. But don't worry guys, if there is any important part will come, I'll definitely show you that part. So I'm gonna devalue its opacity to little bit something around 72%, which is good, and it will look like this. Now you can take a look, it's look like this. Now let me increase its size little bit and let me adjust them. Let me adjust the folder also. Now it's good. Alright, so now everything is done. Simply select the text and add a gradient ramp effect and simply adjust these keyframes like this. So we are basically trying to add a faded effect in its downside. As you can see right now, it's slightly faded to its down part, which basically created this kind of effect. So for the alignment, I'm going to use ruler like this and I'm gonna place it right here. Now I have added a shape layer and I'm trying to create a rectangle shape like this. And go to the rectangle path 1 option and simply increase its roundness. And also I'm gonna trim out the extra part and simply align it properly. Then simply pre-compose this layer. Now go inside the pre-composed layer and now we can add everything that we want. So I have added text layer. I'm going to add untitled like this. Let me capitalize the first word and simply increase its size. And let me adjust this one. Let me increase its size little bit and let me adjust it right here. Now it's look good. Then I'm going to duplicate this text and simply move this right here Then I'm gonna add text that is basically today. Now select the text layer and simply resize it, and let me capitalize the word, so like this, and let me resize it properly, simply make it too small like this much. Now select the shape layer, go to the content option, rectangle 1 option, and unlink this link option and simply adjust its size and make it little bit small square like this. This last one is too big, so that's why I have decided to make it more small. So open the gym workout layer and basically we need to add few more things here. Then simply duplicate the text and simply move this right here. So I'm going to add date and day, and you can add anything. So like for now I'm gonna add Wednesday 26 April 2025, and also decrease its opacity like something around 34% or 30%, so which looks like this, and let me adjust it little bit. Now select the rectangle shape layer and create a rectangle shape like this. Now enable the toggle switch mode and track mate this shape layer to the base shape layer like this. Now I'm also gonna change the shape color to white color like this. Now simply move this shape layer above the base shape layer right here, and let me enable the base shape layer and it will look like this. And I think I need to change its color, so I'm gonna select a gray color instead of white, and now everything will look like this. And I think we should add one more thing, so simply duplicate your text layer and place it to the right side right here, and simply add 3 dots. Simply increase its scale value and adjust it properly. Then simply decrease their space gapping like this much. So I have decreased like -32% and simply adjust it properly. So I'm going to add bounce effect to these layers except the folder one. Now select first layer and go to the reveal option, then reveal layer source in project option. Then duplicate it and simply drag this inside the timeline. Now basically we are going to add another document and simply adjust it right here. Then go inside the pre-comp layer and I'm gonna change its text to healthy food like this, and I'm gonna add one more text that is basically a paragraph kind of. Also let me remove this text. So I'm going to use ChatGPT for this, and this is the paragraph that we are going to add in our animation. So let me copy this one. Now simply duplicate this text layer and I'm gonna place this one right here like this. Then simply paste that copied text and adjust it properly like this. Alright, so I'm gonna decrease its opacity value to 67% like this. Lastly, I'm also going to add bounce effect to this layer, and let me adjust its bounce keyframes like this.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or sharing effortlessly with your team, Craft makes...
Now let's add button and few more things. So firstly, I'm gonna add a text that is basically all docs. And let me show you one more thing, and that is basically best plugin for you. So basically I found a plugin which can create liquid glass animation like these, and you can customize them too. So like if I'm going to use this animation, simply I click on apply button and it will appear on your screen within a second. Isn't it cool? So as I choose this one, I can easily customize this by using edit option, where you can adjust its scale, position, rotation, everything, and you can also adjust its intensity and its color as well. So like for now I'm gonna adjust this one exactly the right corner like this, and I'm also gonna adjust the text as well, which looks like this. Let me show you properly. As you can see, it looks so good. Alright, so next I'm gonna add craft logo, which looks like this. Simply I'm gonna decrease its scale value and I'm gonna adjust it to the left side. Firstly I thought like let's keep it at the center, but this one is not look good. Then I realized left corner is perfect for this logo. So I move this to the left side. And I think I should change this text, so I'm gonna add share craft. So before we move forward, it's time to see the next animation, and in this animation firstly we are going to create this arrow animation, and after this we will create this kind of orbit effect, and for making it super smooth we have added a zoom transition between these two animations. So I think that's enough for the brief. Let's start the editing process. So firstly I'm gonna select the pen tool and simply I'm gonna create a arrow kind of shape like this, and make sure all three sides should be equal like this. Then select the shape layer and I'm gonna change its color. Firstly let me remove this stroke. Then I'm gonna change its fill color to a pink color kind of like this. So let me adjust it properly. Make sure every corner perfectly aligned and perfectly shaped. Now right click on your layer, go to layer style and add inner glow. Now go to the inner glow option and simply increase the scale value like this. So it kind of added depth effect. So our arrow is ready. Let me move this right here. Then add position and scale keyframe. So I'm gonna adjust this keyframe right here. Then few frame forward, I'm gonna move this arrow to here like this. So now select the pen tool and click right here and simply drag it like this and create a curve kind of shape. And it will basically look like this. And also I'm gonna add rotation keyframe as well. And I'm gonna rotate this like this. And you can also adjust the position and scale according to you. Like I'm gonna decrease its scale and also I'm gonna position it properly. So right now it's look like this. Right, so select all of these keyframes and apply flow plugin and it will add a smooth animation to the arrow layer. So few frame forward, add a scale value like this and simply decrease it. And don't add this position keyframe. So let me remove this one. Okay. Then again few frame forward, simply copy the first frame and paste it right here. So basically it will make a click effect like this. Alright, so next I'm gonna add a null object. Then I'm gonna parent link my layer to the null layer. So now I'm gonna move my timeline at this position. And then I'm gonna select the anchor point. After this I'm gonna adjust the null layer anchor point between the arrow layer. Once it's done, simply add position, scale and rotation keyframe. And then simply move your timeline few frames forward. And simply I'm gonna adjust the position like this. Now select the pen tool and simply create a curve like this. Then select all the keyframes and apply flow plugin. And I'm also going to add rotation keyframe exact this position and simply rotate it like this. Let's see how it's going to look. It's too fast, so let me adjust the keyframe like this. Let's see now it's perfect or not. And I think it's good. Now I'm gonna add another null layer and simply move this to the top. Then parent null 7 layer and animation 2 layer like this. Now simply add position and scale keyframe and simply create a zoom in animation like this. Let me adjust the overall keyframes. Simply select all keyframes, then right click and simply select the toggle hold keyframe. And it will look like this. And there is one more thing that we need to fix. That is basically, as you can see, the button is gone because of its small duration, so we need to fix this. So simply go inside your button layer and simply select all these layers and slightly move forward them and simply expand the layer like this. Then go back to the main comp and here you can see the layer at exact this position, simply trim it out. Then right click on your layer, simply go to time option and select freeze frame and simply expand the layer as much as you want like this. And lastly, let me do the last adjustment and I'm gonna adjust this button at the center like this and it will look like this. Next I'm going to make a few adjustments to the arrow layer. So simply select your arrow layer and simply add little bit stroke. So I'm gonna add 22 pixels something, and also decrease its opacity something around 40 pixels like this, and press OK. Alright, so select your arrow layer and expand it. Now here you will see the add button. Simply click on it and simply add round corner. Simply expand the round corner and increase its radius something like this much. So as you can see, it will make your corner rounded like this. But let me adjust its corner like this. Because it should be perfectly aligned. So I'm gonna use ruler for it. Now it's done. Lastly, let me do the few adjustments. So I'm gonna open the null 7 layer and let me adjust its rotation keyframe, and I'm gonna move this more closer. Alright, so let me select the text layer and adjust it right here, and after this also adjust its gradient. Let me adjust it like this. Now it's done. Next I'm going to add text, which is basically share effortlessly idea like this, and simply adjust it properly. Once it's done, then select all its keyframe and simply remove them, because we don't need any animation in this text layer. So that's why I have removed everything. Next I'm going to add another null layer and I'm going to move this right here. Then simply parent this null 8 to the null 9 layer. So we can easily add more keyframes to this animation and we can simply animate them. Alright, so after this simply add position and a scale keyframe and then move your timeline few frames forward, and we are going to add a completely zoom. So simply zoom it as much as you can like this, and simply adjust its position until you get a white background like this much. So this will basically help us to create a transition between two animation. Alright, so next we are going to add craft logo. So let me find the craft logo, and here it is. Simply drag this inside your After Effect. Now select the rectangle tool and create a mask like this, because we only need the logo, we don't need the text. Then simply align this at the center like this, and also let me decrease its scale value as well, and it will look like this. Okay, then simply trim out its extra layer. Let me adjust this right here, and then I'm gonna add an effect that is basically a bounce effect. Wait, let me show you how it will look. And I'm gonna move this layer behind the arrow layer like this. Perfect. Alright, so next we need to create a circle. So I'm gonna select the ellipse tool and simply create a circle shape like this by pressing shift key on your keyboard. Now simply remove the extra part and simply align it properly at the center, and it will look like this. Then change its color to white color and simply pre-comb both layers like the craft logo and the shape layer. Then add drop shadow, but firstly let me remove the extra part, then I'm gonna add drop shadow. Then simply increase its softness like this much and also decrease its opacity value like this. So after this, once it's done, simply add a bounce effect and it will bounce like this. After this, I'm gonna add a scale keyframe. Simply add one keyframe and move this little bit forward, and then another one and keep its value very low like this much. And simply select both keyframe and apply flow plugin. After this, we need to create few rings around our animation. So I'm gonna create a big circle like this, and then simply go to the fill option and I'm gonna remove this. Then simply keep its stroke value something around 7%. This time I have added 4%, but you have to add something like 7 to 10 between. Wait, let me fix this one. So you can keep it between to 8 to 10% something. So I'm gonna remove the extra layer and I'm gonna move this above the logo layer and like this, and I'm gonna rename it to stroke. Now simply align it properly at the center like this. So simply decrease its scale value like this much. Now simply duplicate the layer and place the second one right here. Now again duplicate one more time and place the third one right here. So it will look like this. Okay, now simply select all three strokes and simply parent and link them to the pre-composed layer. Let me select them all. and let me increase its size like this, and let me adjust them also. Alright, so let me adjust them easily. So first one should be right here, and now it's time for the third one. It's like this. Now second one, it's gonna be like right here. So simply select them all and remove its parent and link for a while, and then make a pre-compose, and then again parent this to the main animation. Then it will look like this. But firstly, let me remove the extra part, and it's like this. Now it will look like this, as you can see. So firstly, I'm gonna add a fade in effect by using opacity keyframes like this, and it's done. And okay, so after this, let me adjust the layer properly because it's so far to the main animation. So now as you can see, it will create a transition like this. So now simply select the ring shape layer, and I'm gonna select the ellipse tool and simply create a mask like this, and enable the mask and simply increase its feather a little bit, and then you can also rotate it properly. Okay, so I'm gonna add a rotation keyframe and simply increase its rotation like this, and simply move this so far to the first keyframe so it will automatically reduce its speed. So let's see how it's gonna look. Okay, so it's good, looks good, but it's too fast right now, so we will fix it later. So once this animation is done, simply move to this part of animation where we add the frame hold keyframe. I'm talking about this one.
With your team.
So we have to remove the frame hold, so simply select the keyframes and press F9 on your keyboard. It will ease the keyframe.
With your team.
So after this, we are going to adjust this button at the center like this, and also I'm gonna increase the keyframe distance like this. And also one more thing, maybe we need to increase its distance a little bit more. So now let's see how it's gonna look.
Say no to cluttered docs.
I think this time it's perfect.
Workspace for ideas, whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or
I think it's worked. Let me replay this one more time.
No to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas, whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or sharing effortlessly with your team. Craft makes it.
Alright, so it's perfect. Let's move forward to the next animation. Alright, so right now we are going to add few characters, that is basically Apple Memojis. Have you ever seen Apple Memojis before? If you have iPhone, you definitely know about them. So these characters basically look like this, and I'll tell you how you can create them by your own. So for making this, you need iPhone. If you don't have iPhone, don't worry, I'll add few characters inside my assets pack so you can use them easily. So beside this, let me tell you how you can make these characters by your own. So let me share my mobile screen. So firstly, you have to start your screen recording. Then open iMessage app and click on this plus icon and simply scroll up little bit and click on this Memoji option. And here you can record yourself by adding any expression or talking about something. And if you want to customize your character, simply go to the edit option. And here you can find every customization option like eyes, head, hair and everything. And simply use different characters and record yourself. That's how I made Memojis for my video. Alright, so let's go back to the editing part. As you can see, I have added a Memoji, and let me decrease its scale value, and let me adjust this one. And now I'm gonna select the mask tool and simply I'm gonna mask it like this, and this one is done. Then I'm gonna add another one because I have 3 to 4 Memojis that I am going to use in this video. So let me add all of them. Alright, so as you can see, I've added 4 Memojis, and let me adjust them properly at this position because here we are going to animate them. So firstly, we have to remove its white background, so simply select your Memoji and add a effect called that is basically color key. Then choose the color picker and select the white color like this. So as you can see, it's almost removed the white background. After this, select the ellipse tool and create a circle shape like this. So you have two options, either you can choose a solid color, so I'm gonna choose this one, or you can choose a gradient color. So I'm gonna add a gradient ramp, and I think this one is quite good. So I'm gonna change the second color to this color, and simply I'm gonna select the swap color. and let me increase its color tone a little bit. Then simply adjust its anchor point and it will look like this. Okay, now I'm gonna move this behind the Memoji like this. So as you can see, there is white border remains in our Memoji layer. So for fixing this issue, I'm gonna increase the color tolerance. It will basically remove the white stroke, but if you increase it more, it can harm the Memoji also. And for adding a stroke, I'm gonna decrease the edge thin. It will basically create a smooth white stroke around our character, which looks good. So simply select the background shape layer, this one, and I'm gonna increase its stroke also, and simply decrease the stroke opacity, okay, for making this kind of effect. So simply duplicate this shape layer so we can use this for other Memojis, and simply select both layers and make a pre-compose. And one Memoji is done. Now let's work on other one. So right now I'm gonna work on this Memoji. So let me hide the first one. So basically I'm gonna do the same thing, simply add color key effect on your Memoji and also change its color to white color so it can remove the background. Then I'm gonna adjust this one properly, and I'm gonna increase the color tolerance and also decrease the edge thin, so it will add a stroke like this. Simply adjust your emoji at the center of the circle, and then I'm gonna change its color. So I think red color would be the best color for this one, like this. Okay, let's select this one and press OK, and simply pre-compose this. So layer 2 is also done. Also let's rename them side by side so we won't get confused. So I'm gonna rename this Memoji 2, and let's copy this text, and I'm going to rename the first layer to Memoji 1 also. Okay, so both layer renamed. Now let's work on the other one. So I'm going to work on this Memoji. So firstly let me copy the shape layer to the previous Memoji, and let me paste this to the main comp like this, and I'm gonna move this behind the Memoji like this, and simply select the Memoji layer and simply add another color key option. Same like before, add white color, and simply let me adjust this one firstly, then simply increase its color tolerance and decrease edge thin. It will look like this, and change its shape color before the pre-composing it. I forgot to do it when I record this animation, so you should change the color. Don't worry, I'll fix it later. Alright, so we have last Memoji. I'm gonna speed up the part because everything gonna be same, so don't mind. Alright, so we are all set, and as you can see I have already renamed them. So now we just need to align them properly. Alright, so I'm gonna adjust these Memojis all over the screen like this. So you can place them anywhere, it's all up to you. Alright, after this I'm gonna add a null layer for rotating this animation. So let me add null layer, and simply select all these Memojis and simply parent and link them to the null layer. Now I'm gonna add a rotation keyframe. Simply adjust these keyframes like this, then add a rotation, and as you can see when I rotate these, their head is also rotating, and that's the thing we don't need. All we need is their head keeps stay while they are rotating like this. But don't worry, I'll tell you how you can fix this. Firstly, I'm gonna select Memoji 1 and simply adjust it properly. After this, simply select your rotation keyframe and press Alt and left mouse key, and it will open the expression bar. Then simply select this icon and drag it to the null rotation like this. After this, simply you have to type one thing, that is basically star -1. Simply add these numbers, then simply copy this rotation bar and paste the same rotation to every other layer. So once it's done, as you can see, it's working. Next I'm gonna increase these keyframes like this because the speed is too fast right now. Next I'm gonna parent this layer to this layer. It's basically the logo layer, I think so, because I haven't renamed this, but yeah, it might be the logo layer. And you could also parent this to the line layer as well. It's all up to you. And let me increase the line layer keyframe distance because this one is also too fast. And let me adjust these Memojis and simply adjust this right here. It's look like this. and I think I should realign them properly. So let me do this. And I think I should add one more character, so I have added another character, and I'm gonna do everything the same that I have done before. As you know, we have done the same thing before, so I'm not gonna explain you everything again. That's why I have speed up the video recording. And I'm also gonna add same trick for this that we applied for the rotation and expression. Next I'm gonna add a null object. Simply move this to the top, and then I'm gonna link this layer to the null layer, and then simply add position and a scale keyframe. After few frame forward, add a zoom like this, then move the position to the upward direction like this, slightly more, and yeah, now it's perfect. Simply select keyframes and apply flow plugin. And I think I should adjust this character also, so let me adjust this new one to hair like this, and this orange one to hair, and also like this red one to hair. Let me adjust this one also. Lastly, let me move the position slightly up like this much. And yeah, now it's done. Let's move to the text. Alright, so for text, I'm gonna choose this text and simply duplicate it. And let me move this to the top, and I'm gonna adjust this right here.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace.
Let me adjust the screen as
Whether
well.
it's capturing quick notes,
And the
building
overall
documents,
animation will
or
look like
sharing
this, as you
effortlessly
can
with your
see.
team, Craft makes it simple.
You can even
Alright, so here's our text. And let me adjust this right here. Like this. And I'm gonna adjust the scale as well, and also I'm gonna set its anchor point to the center like this. Alright, so let's add the text. I'm gonna add the craft makes it to the black color, and simply I'm gonna wait, let me remove this one. Okay, and for the purple color I'm gonna add simple, and yeah, it will look like this. Let me adjust it a little bit, and then adjust this at the center like this. And then I'm gonna merge this text layer to the null 12 layer like this. Let's see if it's working or not.
With your team, Craft makes it simple.
You can even
And yeah, it looks good. So simply select the text layer, and then I'm gonna add a effect that is basically linear wipe. So simply search linear wipe, and then set its wipe angle to 0%, something like this, and simply increase its transition complexion. Like I'm gonna increase it 70%, and also increase its feather as well. Let me increase this little bit more, something like this, not too much, but kind of slightly faded effect. Okay, so it's done. As you know, we have a text layer which is sharing effortlessly ideas. I'm gonna remove that text because we don't have enough time to showing that animation, so that's why I have decided to remove that text. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove this layer like this.
Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or sharing effortlessly with your team, Craft makes it simple. You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects.
So we need another null layer, so I'm gonna duplicate this one, and let me remove its keyframes. Then I'm gonna link this null layer to this one, and simply add few keyframes. And let me adjust this right here, and then go few frame forward and simply move your position keyframe to the downside like this. Select all these keyframes and apply flow plugin. So basically we have to remove that linear wipe effect because it's not working properly, so I'm gonna remove it. So simply go to the effect panel and here it is, simply remove it. So before we move forward, it's time to reveal the upcoming animation that we are going to make. So basically in this animation, firstly we are going to make a storyboard like this. Then we will turn it into a tab and lastly we will add a text that is called upcoming projects. Alright, so that's the overall brief. Let's move into the animation. So we need to add a background, so I'm gonna add a solid layer and simply increase its size like this much and simply link this to the null layer. And let me trim out the extra layer as well. So basically we need a PNG that is basically grid PNGs. So I'm gonna search on Google and let me search blank.png. Basically we need the exact this pattern, so I'm gonna download this one and let me move this inside my After Effect and it will look like this. So its size is too small, so we need to adjust it properly. Firstly, let me remove the extra part, then I'm gonna duplicate this and simply move this to the left side and place it right here. Then move both layers to the center. After this, simply select both layers and make a pre-compose and also trim out the extra part of the layer like this. Then select ellipse tool and create a mask like this circle mask, and then simply increase its feather a little bit and also you can increase its mask expansion like this and also decrease its opacity like this much. So don't worry, I'll tell you like what I'm trying to make. So let me open my Pinterest. So basically we are trying to make a storyboard kind of something which is basically look like this, and we are going to use the same theme and like the same structure and all. Obviously we will change the images, text and all, but the concept exactly looks same. Alright, so let's make it together. So firstly I'm gonna select the rectangle tool and simply create a shape like this and make a rectangular shape same like this, and let me remove the stroke and let me change its color to white color. Then I'm gonna expand the layer and simply go to the rectangle part option and increase its roundness something around like this. Then I'm gonna add a drop shadow for visibility and simply increase its softness and decrease its opacity something around 20%. Okay, so now it's done. Then I'm gonna change stroke color to gray color and simply adjust the stroke size to something around 8 pixels, 8 to 9 pixels, and simply adjust the stroke opacity like 7 to 10%, it's all up to you. Then let me remove the extra layers and I'm gonna pre-compose this layer like this. Let me remove the extra part and now it's done. So for now I'm gonna add everything inside this layer like the text and all. So let me go inside the layer and it will look like this. I'm gonna add few text here, so let me select the text layer and I'm gonna add topic. Then text is basically like craft Saas flow, basically craft Saas then flow. So that's basically our topic, and let me adjust the text layer properly at the center. But firstly let me add a space between the text, and now I'm gonna adjust it properly at the center. And the font, basically I'm gonna choose a different font that is basically New Montreal. I don't know I'm pronouncing it correctly or not, so don't mind. And let me decrease its gap as well and let me resize it properly. Okay, so I'm gonna add few changing. Firstly let me adjust this right here and I'm gonna change the topic to script, and also I'm gonna add another text. So let me duplicate the text layer and I'm gonna change it to updated 26th Jan. That's the date. You could add any date that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna decrease its scale value and I'm gonna adjust this right here, and I'm also gonna decrease its opacity something like this much. And let me select the text and I'm gonna change its style to light like this. And now I'm gonna create another shape layer Then I'm gonna remove the extra part and simply right click on your layer, and I'm gonna pre-compose this one, and let me remove the extra part again. Alright, so I'm also gonna rename the layers because they're gonna be lot of file. Alright, so for this one I'm gonna rename this bar 1. Also we will rename other layer later, but firstly go inside the pre-compose layer, and I'm going to add text layer. So that's gonna be your first text, that is basically task. Let me adjust it properly, and font I'm using same font, that is basically New Montreal, and the style should be regular. Alright, so let's edit the second text, and it should be assigned to, assigned to, like this. Alright, so let me adjust this text, and let me decrease its scale value, and the style I'm gonna choose, that is basically light, and let me adjust this right here. Then go to the anchor point option and choose left arrow, so when you resize this text it won't change their position. And I'm also gonna decrease the opacity value. Alright guys, so next I'm gonna add a drop shadow. So let me increase its softness, and also I'm gonna decrease its opacity something like this much. Alright, so after this we are going to add few Memoji characters, and I found a Memoji character pack inside Figma. So simply I'm gonna download them. So as you can see, I have downloaded 2 characters. Simply drag and drop both inside After Effects like this. Now simply choose ellipse tool and create a circle shape like this, and simply move this behind the character. Then I'm gonna adjust it properly at the center, align it properly. Now I'm gonna change its color to like this color. Yeah, you can copy the hex code as well. Now I'm gonna duplicate the shape layer and simply change its color for the second character. And let me drag and drop the second character as well, like this. Simply resize it properly and adjust it between the shape layer like this. And let me change its color as well because previous one looks similar to the first one. So I have choose this color and simply pre-comb them as well. And then parent one shape layer to the second one. So you can control both by using one shape layer like this. And simply we place both layers exactly this position. Let me align this text like this. Now it's perfect and it will look like this. Next I'm gonna add few apps icon like the Premiere Pro, like After Effects, and some work management icons like the Slack and all. So let me add all those icons and also arrange them properly like this. Alright, so now it's done. Let's take a shape layer for the next animation, and then I'm gonna create a shape like this, and simply go to rectangle option and increase its roundness as much as you can. Then I'm gonna like change its color a little bit like this, and after this I'm also gonna change the stroke color like this. Then I'm gonna add text, that is basically software. Simply resize it properly and adjust it between the shape layer like this. Let me adjust it little bit more. Then I'm gonna select the color picker and simply select the shape layer color. Then go to the fill option and increase the color saturation like this, and it will look like this. Now it's done. Let me adjust it properly. Okay, now it's done. Simply pre-comb this layer as well. Next I'm gonna add drop shadow as well. So as you can see, I have added the drop shadow and simply increase its softness like this much and also decrease its opacity, and it will look like this. Okay, so let me arrange this bar to the left side like this. Then right click on your bar layer, go to the reveal option and select this first option, and then duplicate it and simply drag this inside your timeline and simply trim out the extra part. And let me move this to the right side like this, and then simply select your first layer and simply copy its drop shadow and paste it to the new layer, and it's look like this. And firstly let me rename this layer so we won't get confused. So this one is our second layer, so I'm gonna rename this to clients notes. And for the second one, I'm gonna rename this to task. Alright, so it's done. So let's go inside the client notes layer, and so I'm gonna change everything here. So for the text, I'm gonna change it to client's notes, like this. And for the second text, I'm gonna place it right here. And let me adjust these text like this. And I'm gonna change the second text to updated today, like this. And let me capitalize the first word. Okay, now I'm gonna add little bit distance like this. Now it's done, and simply remove these emojis as well. Now it's done, and I'm also gonna remove the software and these icons as well. And now it's done. Simply add another rectangle shape and create a bar kind of like this, and simply adjust it at the center. Now I'm gonna add a text that is basically Google Doc, and simply adjust it inside the box, and like this. And I'm gonna change its color to blue color, something like this. And I'm also gonna change the text color to white color. Okay, so white color is not visible, so I'm gonna change it to sky blue color. And let me capitalize the word as well. Okay, so we need a Google document PNG, so I'm gonna search this, and yeah, here it is. Simply download this one and simply move this inside your timeline, and it will look like this. And simply adjust it properly inside the box, and also adjust the text as well. Next, simply resize both layer equally like this. So I'm gonna resize this one like properly with all the measurement and all. Next, I'm gonna rearrange this text and all. That's why I'm rearranging everything properly like this. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna add lines for this animation. So if you are totally beginner, you have to keep focus on what I'm trying to explain you, because we are going to use so many different things, that is basically like the pen tool. We are going to use ruler for this animation. Like there are a lot of steps that we are going to use, and there are a lot of things like the pre-compose everything, then paste it to the second animation, third animation. So if you are totally beginner, this might complicate it for you. That's why I'm gonna request you to watch video carefully, and I'll also try to explain you everything as much as I can. So yeah, let's move forward to the animation. Alright guys, so as I said, I'm gonna use ruler for this animation. So simply adjust the ruler like this. So it will basically help us to create a straight line. So I'm gonna use pen tool and simply create a straight line like this. Then simply remove the fill option. And you can also increase the stroke width, but firstly let me increase its opacity. Now I'm gonna set the stroke width something around 7. Yeah, and I'm gonna change its color to blue color, and it will look like this. Now simply select the shape layer and then expand it. And here you can see the add button. Simply click on this button and simply add rounded corner, and it will round your lines corner. So you can also adjust its radius according to how much you want. And let me change its stroke value. So I'm gonna change it to 5% something, and it's nice. Okay, so let me remove the extra part, and then I'm gonna select the ellipse tool and simply create a circle shape right here like this, and adjust it properly. And I'm gonna set its color to the white color. Now duplicate this circle shape and simply paste the second shape right here like this. And let me adjust the animation according to these lines, like it's should be at the center. Then simply select both circle shape layer and simply parent them to the main line layer. Lastly, select all these shape layers and make a pre-compose. And now it's done. Let me remove the extra part, and also I'm gonna rename this to line like this. Now simply duplicate the line layer and it will automatically rename to line 2. Then simply go to this transform option and select flip horizontal, and it will flip like this. And then simply adjust it properly if there is any mismatch mistake, and as you can see now it's look perfect to the both side. Alright, so we need a shape layer, so I'm gonna choose this shape layer and simply copy it and go back to the main pre-comp and simply paste it right here. And let me resize it, and now I'm gonna adjust it right here. Okay, so it's done. Then simply convert this into a pre-compose layer like this, and I'm also gonna rename this layer to final assets. After this, simply go inside any other layer and simply copy the text layer, then paste it inside the final asset layer like this. Let me adjust this properly, and here is our text layer. Now I'm gonna change the text to video assets file. After this, I'm going to adjust this right here. Then simply select the rectangle tool like this, then create a rectangle bar like this, and I'm gonna change its fill color to a kind of blue color like this. And then I'm gonna remove its stroke as well, but I think we should use this shape layer instead of creating a new one, so I'm gonna copy the shape layer. Okay, so let me copy this one and I'm gonna paste it inside the pre-comp right here, and let me remove the previous one. And yeah, simply expand it properly, and here we can also unlink this link option so we can easily resize the shape layer according to our requirement. Let me adjust this right here, and now we need Google Drive PNG, so let me search this over internet, and yeah, here it is. And simply I'm gonna download this one, and I'm gonna drag and drop this inside my timeline, and simply let me resize this properly like this. Next we need text layer, so I'm gonna duplicate this text layer and simply move this right here, and I'm gonna type the assets plus audio file. Right, so I'm gonna change its style to light, and I'm gonna change its opacity as well like this, and simply duplicate this text and move the copied one right here, and the text should be Google Drive like this. Simply adjust it properly and decrease its scale value as well and adjust it right here. But I think we should keep this text to regular one because the previous one is not that much visible, so that's why. And let's see how it's gonna look. I think I should increase its opacity a little bit more, like this much. Okay, so now it's quite visible and looks good. And I'm also gonna change its color, so simply select the color picker and choose this blue color because this one looks good. And now it's fully done. Lastly, let me adjust these animation tabs according to the lines because lines should be kept in the middle like this. Let me adjust the second one as well, and yeah, it's look like this. Now let's add more lines so we can connect the last animation. Alright, so we need to create more lines, so I'm gonna adjust the ruler like this. And then simply create a straight line according to the ruler like this. Let me adjust these lines, and I think firstly let me adjust this one, and then I think it's not at the center, so I'm gonna adjust it properly. Now it's good. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the fill option. Also, I'm gonna select the stroke option and simply select the color picker and pick the same color. Then I'm gonna change its pixel to 5% and simply increase its opacity to 100% if it's decreased. Next, let me adjust this layer and trim out the extra part. Then simply duplicate your layer and then go to the transform option and simply select this flip horizontal option. Alright, so it will look like this, but we need to adjust this one. So let me adjust this. And yeah, now it's perfect, but let me check by using a ruler. Okay, so let me adjust this little bit. And now it's done. Alright, so after this I'm gonna select a layer and simply click on this add button and select rounded corners, and I'm gonna increase its radius something around 15 pixels. Then simply copy this effect and paste it to other one. Okay, so both are done. Next we are going to make circle shape for the joint. So I'm gonna select the ellipse tool and simply create a circle shape like this and adjust it properly like this. Now I'm gonna select the fill option and simply select the solid color, and for the color, as you know, we are going to select the white color. After this, simply duplicate this circle shape layer and move this to the other side like this. Next I am going to pre-compose all these three layers, so let me select all these three layers and simply pre-comp them like this. And let me remove the extra part as well and simply adjust it properly like this. Now it's done, but also we need to copy the circle shape layer, so I'm gonna copy it and simply paste it into the main layer. So here it is. I'm gonna use this for the second line, so let me move this and place it exactly right here. Then simply duplicate it and move the second one to the other side of the line like this. After this, simply select all these layers and make a pre-compose like this, and simply trim out all the extra part and adjust it properly. Alright, so this frame is totally done, and now we need to just animate this one. Alright, so lastly select all these animations and parent them to the null layer like this. And by the way, we won't add so many animation here, we keep it very simple. Basically we are just going to add few bounce effect here. Alright, so simply add bounce effect each and every layer like this. Alright, so it's done. So what we need to do is we need to arrange them properly, like the upper side to the lower side. So we will add few frames difference in each and every layer, so they appear one by one. Alright, so let's arrange these layers together. So firstly I'm gonna select the task layer and simply move this slightly forward like this. Next I'm gonna select the client note layer and simply move this slightly ahead of the previous layer. Alright, so last one is final asset layer, and I'm gonna move this right here like this. Then we need to arrange these lines as well. Alright, so everything is almost done. Lastly we need to arrange these second pair of line. I'm talking about these bottom lines. So I'm gonna arrange these two, and now it's done.
Create storyboards for upcoming.
Alright, so now it's done. Let me select all these layers and let me move this slightly back like this. Okay, then it will look like this.
Makes it simple. You can even create
Okay, so we need the animation here, so I'm gonna adjust the keyframe little bit like this. So after this, simply select all these layers and simply link them to the white solid layer like this. Next I'm gonna add position and scale keyframe to the white solid layer, so simply decrease its scale value like this much. And then I'm gonna select the rectangle tool and simply create a shape mask like this. Okay, and also I'm gonna create another shape like this. And then I'm gonna move this layer above the white solid layer like this, and let me align its anchor point at the center. I'm also gonna align its position as well like this. Simply go to the rectangle one option and increase its roundness like this much, and also trim out the extra part as well. And now let me align this properly and also parent this layer to the white solid layer like this. And also I'm gonna change its fill color to white color like this. Okay, so let's see how it's gonna look. Okay, so it's perfect, just we need to reduce its scale value like this much. Okay, now I'm also gonna increase its stroke width something like this much, and also decrease its opacity as well, like something around 15%. Alright, so move your timeline indicator at the beginning, and I'm gonna add a opacity keyframes like this, and I have made it a fade in effect. So I'm gonna move this keyframe where the animation convert into a tab, like right here.
Create storyboards for
So it's kind of really fast and animation is not too smooth. So I'm gonna adjust these keyframe properly like this. Alright, so after adjusting keyframes, I'm gonna select these layers and simply apply flow plugin. And let me adjust these keyframes as well, like let me select these keyframes and I'm gonna move this right here. Alright, so next we need to add text. So I'm gonna select this text layer and simply duplicate it. Let me remove its parent link, and then I'm gonna move this right here. And let me adjust its position as well, like right here. Let me move this behind the white solid layer. After this, simply select this black area part and I'm gonna change it to upcoming. After this, simply select this purple text and we will change it to projects like this. Then we will parent this layer to the null 12 layer like this, and it will look like this.
You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects.
Alright, so let's change this purple text into a blue color text. So I'm gonna select this purple area and then simply click on this fill icon. Then I'm gonna change its color to blue one like this.
It's simple. You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects with Say no to cluttered docs. Craft is your all-in-one workspace for ideas. Whether it's capturing quick notes, building documents, or sharing effortlessly with your team, Craft makes it simple. You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects. With Craft, everything stays organized.
Alright, so basically I've done a mistake here, so let me fix the mistake. So basically we need to link this layer to the white solid layer instead of null 12 layer. Alright, so now everything is done. Alright, so next we need to add keyframes to the null 12 layer. So let me select the null 12 layer and I'm gonna add position and scale keyframe. After a few frames forward, simply move down your position keyframe like this. Just move the animation completely out of the frame like this. Simply select these keyframes and apply flow plugin. And let me adjust this keyframe right here. Alright, so this one is done. Alright, so simply select this text and copy its color, and I'm gonna copy its hex code. So simply move back right here. So at this animation I'm gonna change its color to this one like this, and also I'm gonna change the stroke color. Let me select the stroke layer. Okay, so I'm gonna change its stroke color to this one. Simply paste the hex code and yeah, it's done. Alright, so I think I should add a background here that we added at the beginning. So I'm gonna select this background layer. Firstly, let me check that's the background layer. Okay, so that's the background layer, and simply duplicate it and remove its parent link and simply move this at the top like here. Let me adjust this a bit like this. So let me drag this behind the storyboard tab like this right here. So as you can see, the corners, the white layer coming outside the box, so we need to fix this. So firstly let me adjust the solid layer here and then I'm gonna fix it. So for fixing this issue, firstly let me select the shape layer and move this behind the white solid layer. Okay, so now it's quite visible. Let me adjust the stroke opacity and keep it 100% like this. Now select the white solid layer and track mate this to the shape layer, and Now it will look like this. Now move the white solid layer behind the shape layer again and simply keep the stroke opacity something around 18 to 24%, okay, like this. And now it's done.
Craft makes it simple. You can even create storyboards for upcoming projects.
So let me move this white solid right here, and after like it will look like this right now, but after when animation turn into a tab, we will add a fade in effect right that position like this, okay.
Storyboards for upcoming projects with Craft.
Alright, so wait a second, let me close all these layers. Okay, so now select white solid layer and simply press U on your keyboard and simply adjust the animation frame if it's not properly aligned, like this much. Then simply select these both scale keyframes and enter the expression bar and simply paste the bounce effect here like this. Then hold Ctrl key and click on these keyframes. It will normalize the keyframe like this.
Create storyboards for upcoming projects.
Lastly, remove the gap little bit. Then select the keyframes and move them here. And let me adjust it properly, and okay, now it's done.
Create storyboards for upcoming projects.
Alright, so select the white solid background and simply go to the effect control option and simply change its color to pink color like this. You can also copy the hex code as well and it will look like this, okay. So now it's done. After this, simply select the stroke layer and go to its color option and then simply select the color picker and select the pink color from the background. And let me increase its saturation as well, like this one. So now we need to change the text color. So for the text color, I'm gonna copy a gradient ramp. So let me select this text and copy its gradient ramp and then move back to the main text. Simply click on the text and simply paste it right here. Okay, so now it's done. Alright, so next we are going to change this text color. So let me select this text and simply right click on your text layer, go to layer style option and simply select gradient overlay and simply expand the gradient overlay layer. And firstly, let me reset this one. Okay, so now go to the edit gradient option. Wait, this one. And I'm gonna change the first color. So simply let me paste this first color. So the first color is this. Then I'm going to set the second color and it should be a white color, okay, like this. And simply click on this reverse button and simply adjust the offset according to you, like this. But I think this color doesn't match with the background because we have a blue color element. So I think choosing a blue color makes more sense. So I'm gonna change the color into a blue color like this. Let me increase its saturation a little bit. Now it's done. Alright, so I'm gonna play the video. Let's see how it's gonna look. Alright, so it's time to reveal the last animation, and the core concept behind this animation is a hand will come out and it will drop a craft logo like this. Then the frame will zoom out and a text will appear that says your plan deserve a better space. So that's all we are going to make, so let's jump in. So for this animation, firstly we need some pointers, basically the arrows that we saw in preview panel. Alright, so I found a Figma project which has a lot of MacBook pointers, so we need two pointer, basically these hand ones. Alright, so first one should be this close hand arrow and the second one should be this hand arrow. So I have already downloaded both PNGs, simply select both and simply move them inside the After Effects. So do not change their position and scale right now, just keep them as it is for now and simply make a pre-compose. But I'll tell you why we did this. Firstly, let me adjust the layer and simply go inside the layer. So right now we only need the close hand arrow, so let me hide the first one for now, like this. Alright, so next we need to add craft logo, so let me drag it out. So then simply select the rectangle tool and create a mask like this, because we only need the logo, we don't need the craft text. After this, simply adjust it properly, keep its anchor point at the center and simply align it at the center like this. So after this, simply right click on your layer and I'm gonna pre-compose this one, and let me remove the extra part, and then I'm gonna rename it to hand layer. Alright, so I have renamed the both files and this is our hand logo. So I'm gonna adjust its position right here and simply decrease its scale value like this much, and then simply place it at this position like right here. After this, simply select the craft logo and simply decrease its scale value like this much, and then I'm gonna duplicate it and simply select both layer and simply make a pre-compose like this. So this is basically help us to increase its work area. So it's optional, it's all up to you. If you want to increase your border area, so you can do this, otherwise there is no problem. Like I'm talking about these blue lines, like when I select any object. Alright, so now simply create a null layer and simply move this above to these layers and simply select both layer and link them to the null layer like this. Next, I'm gonna select the hand layer and simply add position and scale keyframe, and let me adjust this keyframe here. But firstly, let me link the craft logo layer to the hand layer. Then I'm gonna move the animation outside the frame like this. Okay. Then I'm gonna add rotation keyframe as well and simply adjust these keyframes right here. And then simply rotate it a little bit like this much. Alright, so after this, simply select all these keyframes and apply flow plugin. Then I'm gonna select the pen tool and simply adjust its path like this, and the animation will look like this. Let me move this layer slightly back like this. So let's see again how it will look. And I think we should remove the rotation keyframe. So let me remove this one. And let's see how it's gonna look right now. Okay. So it's look like this. Let me remove the gap slightly more like this. Alright, so next we need to make a click animation in our logo. So for the animation, I'm gonna place my time indicator exactly this position. Then simply decrease the scale value. Okay. Then simply move few frames forward and simply copy the first keyframe and apply it right here. Let's see how it's gonna look. Alright, so it's look good. It has that click effect, but we need to decrease the scale value a little bit more like this much. And now let's see how it's gonna look. Alright, so just we need to add bounce effect to these keyframes. So let me select these keyframes and enable the expression bar, and then just paste that bounce expression. Lastly, select these keyframe and remove their easy ease. Okay. I think it's done. Yeah, it's done. So next, let me adjust this keyframe a little bit. Alright, so exactly at this position when the hand is about to leave the logo. So exact that point, simply go inside the hand layer and trim out the close hand PNG like this. And adjust the hand PNG like this. And so it will look like this, okay? So this will basically create an animation where the hand comes through the frame, drop the logo at the center and simply move out. So exactly at this position, I'm going to add a trim out and simply remove its parent link. And then now I'm gonna add a position and a scale keyframe here. Then simply move your timeline few frames forward. Then simply move the hand outside the frame like this much. Then I'm gonna select the pen tool and simply I'm gonna adjust its path like this much. Okay, so let's see how it's gonna look. Let me adjust the timeline a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so it's worked. I think we just need to adjust the keyframes. I think it's kind of little bit too fast right now, but let me remove these unused keyframes. Alright, so let me make some adjustments. So I'm gonna adjust this keyframe basically. Let me increase the gap between these keyframes. Then also I'm gonna adjust the layers. Okay, so now it's done. Let me play it once. Let's see how it's gonna look. So next, select craft logo layer and I'm gonna add an effect that is basically CC light sweep, this one. And let me show you how it will work. So it kind of creates a sign effect on your logo like this. So firstly I'm gonna add a keyframe and simply let me adjust the timeline. Wait. Okay. Alright, so let me move the timeline few frames forward. And then I'm gonna swipe it like this. Okay. Now it's done. And you can also change its shape to smooth like this. Let's see. Okay. Let me move the keyframe a little bit more forward like this. And you could also adjust its sweep intensity, and let me change it to sharp again. Alright, so it's done. So next we will add text. So let me type my text here. But firstly let me change its fill color. So I'm gonna change it to black color like this. And I have typed my text here, and let me align it properly at the center. And you can see this is our text layer. Let me remove the gaps between the text, and I'm gonna change its style to regular, and let me remove the extra text as well. Okay, so our text is basically your plan deserve a better place. So I'm gonna adjust the text right here, and let me link the text to the null layer like this. So exactly at this position right here, I'm gonna add position and scale keyframe, and after a few frames forward, simply decrease its size like this much. Adjust it right here at the center. Now select all the keyframes and apply flow plugin, and then increase the keyframes distance like this much, and let's see how it will gonna look. Alright, so we need to link this hand to layer to the null layer like this. Then let's see how it's gonna look. So let me adjust this keyframe right here, and like this it will look like this. So we just need to move the hand position outside the frame like this. So let's see if it's work or not. Alright, so it's perfect. So simply at this position add opacity keyframe and move few frames forward and simply decrease its opacity to 0%. So lastly simply trim out the extra part of the layer, and it will look like this. So let me make some adjustment. Let me move this keyframe right here. So let's see if it's work or not. Alright, so everything is almost done. Lastly we need to add animation to our text layer. So for animating our text, we are going to use a plugin that is called type plugin. Yeah, the plugin name is type. So it has a lot of feature that you can use in your text animation, but I haven't tried this plugin so much, so I don't have any idea about these icons right now. But the only thing we are going to use is basically this blinking cursor option. So simply select your text and simply click on this icon, and it will automatically add a cursor in your text layer, which is fully customizable. So wait, let me show you. So as you can see the big black bar like this, but don't worry, we can easily customize it. So let me change its color first. So I'm gonna use a color that is basically blue color because we are going to make same like Apple. So then I'm gonna adjust its position a little bit, and I'm also gonna adjust its height like this much. Let me adjust its position a little bit, and then I'm gonna increase its thickness something around 4%. But let me change its color to a little bit more darker, and as you can see it's look like this. Firstly let me add little bit space between text like this much. Okay, then simply enable the rounded cap, and let me increase its thickness like 6% something. Alright, so let's add the text animation. So simply select the text layer, and as you can see here we can animate our text. So simply add the keyframe like this. Simply press U on your keyboard and it will show all your keyframes like this. And let me move my timeline slightly back like this much, and here I'm gonna set its value to 0%. Alright, so everything is almost done. Let's see how it will look. Looks so smooth, right? And finally your animation is done. Alright guys, so that's enough for today, and this was the first part of Saas Explainer Masterclass. There will be 2 parts more. So lastly, if you loved the video, hit that like button below and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming tutorials. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, have a nice day.